I'm Adam.
I'm Ben.
So we're the A/B testing team. And the project that we wanted to work on today was a patent search tool. Now, the problem with many patent searches that even if you get the search results, you still need to read through the patents, understand them, and determine if they're relevant to what you were searching for. The idea that we came up with to solve the difficulty in understanding those results is using a very conventional tool like a Heatmap. We want to find out if the results that came back were relevant to the query that we first entered. And so if Ben, you want to go back and give us a query and just walk through the problems with the queries is that people make bad queries. And so we wanted to help them refine their query and come up with a better query so that we can have a useful set of text to then we go through the refinement process.
So what our architecture was essentially what we downloaded about 300,000 US patents. And from that, we created a vector database, and then we connected it to a 20 million parameter LLM. And we had to turn the temperature down for our demo so that our searches would work correctly. However, it's actually a really creative research tool that you can iterate your concepts in. And like I even came up with a laser cutting apple slice. And so it will search an entire patent database and mix and match. And then that way you're not necessarily in violation of their patents. And I just want to recommend like anyone who wants to, essentially you're increasing your context window exponentially. You hook up an LLM to a database. And so we made an expert tool. We'd love to show more of it today, but we had to turn the temperature down just for time, but we're really excited about this project.
And one of the challenges we did run into, we did use TestSprite to try and validate the code, but because mostly we were working with back end, it's our front end was too simple to be tested using their tool. So we were informed of a lot of failures, but it wasn't so much a failure. It was just one that wasn't as tough-licensed as what other people were able to generate this time.
Yeah, and I mean, I met Adam today, and we started from nothing. I built a database by 12, and then connected into it. And running a local 20 million parameter model. And I was just floored by some of the results that you can parse through and generate with this tool. So obviously we need to do a little bit more polish. However, it is fully functioning, and any backend queries you do enter will generate search results and stuff. Plans, obviously, like a little bit more to load the rest of US streets to this.
Any questions in the remaining seconds?
Is it just US? And then how far do you go back?
So our current data is for the year. However, more than that was just about a year ago. This is about a 4 gigabyte binary database that's fully vectorized. So it's pretty easy to have a full database.
So we're really only limited by the API keys that we can get. So I've requested API keys for the European patent databases and their international databases on the SpaceNet. Right now, the only institution that gave us the API key in time for the hackathon was the USPTO, the US database. And that's because I am a registered patent attorney, so he granted me one right away. All the other API keys we're still waiting on.
Okay.